We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Lucky 56.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Webb. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Webb. Wide open receiver complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Webb. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's going to air it out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Credit the tackle to Kylie Fitz, the former Utah Ute.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Found his target. It's Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Webb. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call,
right,
what can they do here on 3rd and long?
56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Atlanta now coming out on the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Left side here, that's complete to Gywu. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Ready. Flat 22.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is Gywu. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on third.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Gun! 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 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On second down, Webb. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
319! 319! All right, now look at 56.
Here's Webb. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. What a play. It's a first down. They get 19 yards on the fake punt. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Second down, Winston to Mixon on the check down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jameis to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They go play action. Winston. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play fake, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Now Elliott. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And McManus able to put it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Detroit!
Following the fumble recovery. Webb. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Moore now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Winston now to throw on first down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To the air again with Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on second down. Webb. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
To throw, Webb. Being chased out left. Hard throw, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Hey, let's give it a conversion. Green, triple C.
From the gun, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Winston now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins through. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now a first down throw. Webb finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go, checking bus. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They go to Elliott again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the gun on third down. Webb. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Running with Elliott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jameis now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Michael Kendricks. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To throw, Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Thomas. Thomas barreling ahead. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the fourth quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. He's back to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Again to Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and sneak it here. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up third and long?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. A road win in the National Football League.